All right, hello and welcome back. I realized I don't actually have to walk out of here. I can just look at the map from here and teleport away. So, I'll just we'll come in here and land on this screen because now we have completed our work here in Daventry. And what we need to do is find a way out of here. So, let me seamen. Let's talk to the seamen. Talk to man. I guess we can't talk to the seamen. Sailors peer at you through bleary eyes and continue swilling their rum. One, who looks like the captain, pauses and drunkenly slurs. Aye, me bucko, be ye wanting passage on me ship? What you running from? Ah, it's no matter. So long as you got gold. Let's me see how much you got. Give gold. As you bring out the purse, the captain snatches it from your hand and says, Aye, lad, I sees ye do have a wee bit of gold. It's lessen me regular fare, but I'll give ye passage anyway. We'll be waiting for ye at the wharf, but not for long. The captain and his men down their rum in one long draught, then leave the tavern. And there is a certain time frame, I don't know if it's 5 minutes or what it is, but then they will leave without you. However, as I said, there's nothing else we need, so we might as well head over and hop on board. We'll walk on the gangplank and go see our friendly pirates. Oop. As the gangplank is drawn in, you hear the captain shout to his men, Take his things and put him in the hold until I figures out what to do with him. You have a sneaking suspicion that you have made a big mistake. These are pirates. Ah. Nothing like a little salt air to perk up a boy's spirits. All things being equal, you might have enjoyed this ocean voyage. However, you have found your accommodations to be slightly less than satisfactory. All right, so let's see, we're at about the 45-minute mark, and there's only a couple of things that we need to do here. Actually, I'm a little curious if do we still have our map? No. So they took all of our stuff, but if we look around down here, that's just the two sides of the hold. But there is a rope ladder up there. It looks like it might be able to get us out of here. However, we're not quite tall enough to reach it, and we're going to need some assistance. Take box. So we can carry this box around, which is a little shorter than most of the others that we see. And then we can jump on the box, jump on the box, and then jump on the ladder. All right, so I would say, yes, there are 3 things that need to be done while we're here. We're going to come in here quickly. Open chest. Take stuff. You found all of your possessions. You take them with you. And hopefully you have enough time. Oops. Look, chart. You stare at the chart tacked to the wall. It traces the route the ship is now sailing. It leaves Ludor, crossing a wide ocean and arriving at the foot of a mountain range. An X has been marked at the arrival point. All right, let's leave before the captain comes out. You only get a few seconds really in there. Oh no, one of the crew has spotted you. You better run. Run away! And then he stops chasing you because you've left the screen. But now that he's gone, we can take this shovel down here by the boat. And now we have done 2 of the 3 things we... can't stop doing that. 2 of the 3 things we need to do. Can I get past this? Good. Alright, so hopefully we don't fall down when we climb on this. Now we will fall down, but that's okay. And we'll jump down. So yes, that's 2 of the things. We can look at our map now, and we can see how far we have gotten across the ocean. So we're going from left to right, or west to east on this map. Over there is the port that we initially left. So we've made it, a 5th maybe of our journey, or a 6th. And we're going to come all the way down here, which means there's going to be several minutes of waiting. But until then, can come over here and see if we can't make friends with some of the creatures of the boat. Since we do have the ability to hear animal speech. Do you know what the pirates are, or do you know where the pirates are taking us? One gray mouse asks the other. I heard them talking about a buried treasure chest. The other mouse answers, I think it's buried on a beach, and they're going to dig it up. Oh, I remember, squeaks the first mouse. Remember when they first buried the treasure? It was on a small beach, and behind the beach was a high mountain range. I remember hearing one pirate say that nobody has ever crossed those mountains alive. Ooh, interesting. That's the first of 2 conversations that we want to hear. There are more, at least a third one, but it doesn't matter. Basically, he just says, you know the pirates buried treasure? You hear one of the mice say to the other. What about it? Asks the second mouse. Says the first, well, I just heard the captain talking about it with one of his men. He says it was buried. Now, let me see if I can remember. Oh, yeah. He said it was buried near a lone palm tree. From the palm, you walk 5 paces to the east and then start digging. Too bad we can't do anything about it, muses the other mouse. Yes, indeed, but maybe we can. Yeah, the third conversation is basically them just saying the pirates are probably eventually going to make us a cabin boy and then kill us whenever you get bored. So you can do some things to try to escape right now. You can brew a storm, which will cause the boat to sink. You can put everyone to sleep, which will leave you stranded in the middle of the ocean. And you can try to use the stone to escape for danger, but that will also just leave you stranded in the middle of the ocean, because there is no guarantee that the stone will take you to a safe place after it's helped you escape from danger. But that is okay. However, what we want to do is actually be a little more patient and let the boat get all the way over to the land there to the east. So what I'm going to do to save you from having to sit here for 3 to 5 minutes is actually just pause things here, and then I'll come back once we're closer to our destination. So we will see you in a little bit. Bye. All right, and welcome back. So it's been, I don't know how long it's been, but if we take a look at our map, we are in the last square before we're there, so it should be a minute or less until we arrive. Maybe we'll see if we can hear this last conversation from the little mice. Might as well while we're here. Just so we can better understand the cruelty of these pirates. There we go. Give them a couple seconds. Or not. Either way. You listen as the 2 mice talk to each other. One says, I heard the pirates talking about bringing a cat on board. I haven't heard this one before. No, don't scare me like that, exclaims the other mouse. Retorts the first, I mean it. They said there's getting to be too many mice on this ship. We need to call a mouse council and decide what to do about this situation. Ooh, a mouse council. That sounds very serious. Let's see how much progress we made in the last minute. Almost there. Oh, and the mice are gone. Apparently they don't like when you look at the map. Perhaps there's more animal conversations than gave the game credit for. Maybe I should have listened longer to the various critters. I'll try it sometime, we'll see. Oh, here, one of the pirates shout, land ho, Captain. Alright, so, I'll save quickly just to, yeah, that's fine. Make sure I don't mess anything up, but we want to put the pirates to sleep now, so pour the sleep powder on the ground. And you have to make sure that the next thing you type is sleep, no, slumber henceforth. As your sleep spell takes effect, a silence suddenly descends over the ship. Yeah, if you even just mistype, let alone give a different command before you do that, the spell will essentially be canceled and you'll be trapped with no way to stop them. Yes, we see the captain sleeping away. And we'll go up on board. Fall down several inches, which apparently knocks us just absolutely silly. Can climb up to the crow's nest for no real reason. You gonna walk that? There we go. Good job. Proud of you. And we see another pirate there sleeping away. We will again save because there are some dangerous critters even here in the ocean. Oh no, a shark! No way! And by leaving the screen, of course, the shark is completely unable to follow us. Everyone knows that. And then we can follow the mousy advice and take 5 steps to the east. See how that goes. It's hard to judge 5 steps, but you have uncovered a small chest. You remove it from the hole and open it. Inside, you find precious gems and ingots of gold and silver. You close the chest and take its contents with you. Woohoo! We got treasure! Let's search for treasure. Alright, so now we have to climb our way up through these winding roads, the most difficult and perilous of all of the adventures we faced. And we'll just walk right up this rock, which apparently has a lot of lines and therefore is climbable. And we continue onward. We will save again, lest we walk off the edge of something. And now you might think that you want to continue on along the road there, but actually if you continue back there, you will fall off the edge of the cliff. Instead, you want to climb up here to Snowland. And all we have to do is just wander gently through the snow, and we will be just fine. Nothing here to bother us. Nothing at all. La 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 la. Do 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 do. That was meant to be a joke, but it's turning out to be remarkably true. Never gotten this far before. Huh. There we go. Yes. So the abominable snowman seems quite confused by stares at you and heads back to his cave. Yes, we can use the stone to escape danger, which brings us to just a random location, so unfortunately that wasn't exceptionally helpful. But it didn't help that we used it on the screen that we actually wanted to get to. Perhaps now that he was confused, he'll just let us go, but we'll see. Wow. Very interesting. Oh, that works too. You congratulate yourself on successfully eluding the abominable snowman. So yeah, there's 2 ways to deal with that. One is by using that stone, at least 2 ways that I know of. One is by using the stone to randomly teleport around until you get past the abominable snowman, because this is that next screen past where we were. And the other is, yeah, this is very annoying. The other is to turn into an eagle, but I used up all of my, I don't know, spell chances with that, I guess, whatever you want to phrase it. And then he will become confused when you turn into an eagle, and he'll just kind of leave. This is a place where you're particularly likely to just fall off. So why not give ourselves an advantage? And yeah, when Alexander gets to the bottom, he just keeps walking, which is less than helpful. And there's that. Suppose I should have saved after I got past this, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's alright. There's still one more truly annoying walking puzzle to grace us after this anyway. But we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, that was on me. I was foolish. Alright. So that is the last of the caves. Now we just have to get through on the other side and come walking down here. I guess there's also this one. This wasn't too bad. If I mess up here, it's just because I'm being lazy and not paying attention. Like that. Although, to be honest, I actually didn't know you could fall off the back side of it. I've only ever fallen off the front before. Usually, most of the backs of these ones are safe. Alright. So we have successfully crossed over the mountain, which, according to the mice, no one has ever done before. However, I don't really know where we are. Let's try and find out. See a staircase there off to our right. Maybe we'll try that in a minute, but let's see what else is in this land. We shall call it this land. This guy. It's oddly pleasant music. Talk man. You speak directly to the old gnome. He chuckles softly to himself, then replies, "It's about time you got here, lad. I mean, Prince Alexander. Welcome home. Heaven knows we need you. Daventry's been suffering for years now since that despicable dragon came. How do you recognize us? We've been gone since we were a baby." The old gnome narrows his eyes to slits and leans forward in his chair. "That monster demands the sacrifice of your poor sister, Princess Rosella, and I'm afraid time is running out. Your parents, the king and queen, are suffering such grief that they have locked themselves in the castle and refuse to see anyone, staring intently at you." The gnome goes on, "It's up to you, Alexander. Your country and family need you. It's written in the wind." The wizened gnome relaxes and settles back in his chair. He begins whistling again. And if we continue up, we will see that the castle is here, but the doors are barred closed. Yes, we have returned to Daventry. After braving the perilous seas. And, as we will see shortly, this staircase leads to a remarkably familiar location, which we may remember from... Oh, goodness. That's why we save before attempting the stairs, which we can remember from King's Quest 1. Third time's the charm, right? That's the way it goes. There we go. Just the most frustrating part of any of these. And it doesn't help when the changing of the screen completely throws off the pattern. We'll do things that way from now on. If that's how they want to be. Okay. Halfway there. We can do it. Such excitement. Much wow. But we are almost there. We can find out what's going on with this supposed dragon, which I don't believe. I mean, what's the likelihood that a dragon's just going to randomly show up? Not to mention when we faced a dragon in King's Quest 1, all we had to do was throw a bucket of water at it. Ooh, it's oddly hot here. Sounds like someone is putting on the makings of a dragon, but they're probably no. Oh my god! A huge fire-breathing dragon is here, and it has seen you, hypnotized by its baleful glare. You stand frozen in your tracks. What a way to go, ending up as a dragon's barbecue. Alright, so maybe this dragon's a little more real than I initially thought. But Little does the dragon know that we got some spells up our sleeves. First of all, we have the ability to turn invisible. On your body. We had to use it somewhere with mist and flames anyway, so that worked out. Now we are invisible, and we will call down a storm. Stir the storm brew with your finger. And then we will say, brew of storms, churn it up. Ooh. Bolts of lightning strike the huge dragon. He howls in pain and falls to the ground, dead. Actually a pretty sweet looking dragon. It's very well done, particularly for the degree of animation they had available for themselves. It looked pretty cool. Rosella's still screaming. Untie Rosella. You rapidly untie Princess Rosella from the wooden pole. She looks bewildered as to who her benefactor may be. I'm your long-lost brother, Prince Alexander, you proudly exclaim. The girl looks doubtful. I'll explain it all later, you continue, realizing that now is not the time for this. Just follow me. Let's go meet the folks. With mixed emotions, the girl agrees to follow you. I mean, honestly, how mixed can your emotions be? You're about to be eaten by a dragon. Rosella absolutely loves to get in your way as you try to walk down these stairs. And it can be very frustrating. But we will make do. One of the most important keys is as you transition from one screen to the next, which I'm probably going to not do properly here. You need to make sure that you are below where Rosella is. If she is below you or in front of you in terms of where you're looking on the screen, you won't be able to move. So you have to go back and kind of get in front of her. So I'm just going to restore from where I was, so I don't have to go all the way back up. In order to do that, you have to make sure that you're really hugging. Oh no, I did it. You have to make sure that you're really hugging the bottom part of the steps as you transition from one screen to the next, which I failed to do there. Okay. Oh no, that should have worked. That was rude, Rosella. Rude, rude, rude. Ah, so very frustrating. Dear sister. If I fail more than a couple more times, I may just pause the video and that is on me. Restart it again once we're further on our stair walking journey. Alright. That's the most difficult part of the entire game. Save there. Another place she likes to really get in your way. And we have one more screen where we need to make sure. Oh, no. Well, at least I did the screen transition, right? There we go. Good. All right. Now, if I can just walk a brief way, we will have completed the final hurdle. Certainly, there's going to be no more monsters or enemies in our way on the way home. Oh, come on, Rosella, seriously? Get the heck out of here. You're the worst. Okay. Who knew that this game was the origin of the useless NPC follower always getting in your way? Oops. Yes, Mr. Gnome. Oh, yippee! You did it, Your Majesty, the gnome squeals in delight. I knew you could save us all. King Graham and Queen Valenice will be overjoyed to see you two. Claps his gnarled hands. I must run ahead to announce your arrival. The gnome spryly scampers toward the castle. castle doors are wide open to welcome home a long-missing son and a much-loved daughter. Atop the castle, the banners proudly wave. The heavy feeling of oppression is gone. Hope has at last returned to Daventry. And as we come through the castle, we get the final 2 points and retrieve a perfect score. You nervously enter the throne room with your sister, Princess Rosella. Before the twin thrones stand your parents, King Graham and Queen Valenice. Graham and Valenice are overjoyed to see you. Alexander, where have you been all these years? Your mother exclaims. Adds your father, I'm so proud of both of you. Oh, that's so nice. What a joyous family reunion. You are home at last. King Graham points to the mirror. That was once a magic mirror, son, he says sadly, but it has been clouded ever since the night you disappeared from your cradle. It's a random fact to bring up at this moment. Or is it? What? Before your astonished eyes, the magic mirror clears and shines anew with brilliant clarity. Queen Valenice cries in delight. The terrible dragon is dead, our children are home, and the future looks bright for us all. King Graham lovingly retrieves his adventurer's hat with the red feather. With emotion, he tells you, Alexander, Rosella, this old hat and I have been through a lot together. Now it's time he had a new traveling companion. He flings it in your direction. Up and up it gently arcs. You raise your arms to catch it, and so does Princess Rosella. Down it comes, nearer and nearer. The end. Yes, that is the end of King's Quest 3 to Heir is Human. It's a fun game, particularly once you get used to the time kind of mechanism mechanic there. It's definitely the kind of game that you'll have to play and restart multiple times until you figure things out. But pretty well designed, and it leads nicely into King's Quest 4, which more prominently features Rosella as its main protagonist, and is likely what I shall be doing next. But we will come back to that in the future. So until then, see ya.